passed on it. I should not have passed on it. So this time around, I was like, I'm in it. I'm gonna go see what happens here. Pushing them back, it was go time. There were people running, like it was crazy. We are here at 8:45 in the morning and the parking lot is packed out. On this past thrifting trip, I decided to go to the Bins in Houston, Texas. I was so excited for this trip. I had so much anticipation because I've been wanting to do a Bins trip for so long. So let's get started. This first item that I came to was a beautiful needlepoint. It was vintage. It was worth some dough. Worth some money. I passed on it. I should not have passed on it because at the end of the day, I was nervous about how much it was going to cost me, and when it was all said and done, I should have gone for it because I would have got it for next to nothing compared to shopping in the normal Goodwill stores. So I regretted not jumping on it. I was so sad when I saw this. A flag. Somebody donated a flag. That made me sad. I'll put it to the top of the pile hoping that somebody would take it. There was a painting in there. I don't know if that was worth anything, but you know, you always wonder when you see something like that. Is it worth it? Should I get it? Sometimes you just don't know. This was our first experience seeing people line up for the bins to be exchanged. What happens is every so often, I think maybe like once every hour, they switch out the bins. So they will bring in a whole fresh new set of bins, and everybody stops what they're doing when they line these up, and they get on either side. At this location, they had lines on the ground, and people would line up on either side of those lines with room in the middle for them to wheel these carts out. Because it was my first time, you know, it's a little intimidating. I was debating on getting over there, but I just went ahead and kept on looking since all the bins were fresh to me because I had literally just walked in the door. But it was interesting to see them line up, and I knew I'd probably make it through another cycle when they brought the bins out again. And so I just kept on shopping at this point. There were a lot of clothing bins, so I immediately tried to hit up non-clothing bins. This next item, what appeared to be a vintage embossed, you know, brass plated wall plaque. It had wear at the bottom, and so I believe some of the finish was coming off of it, which is why I didn't end up picking it up. I went ahead and put it back. There is just so many items in these bins. It can be a little bit overwhelming. So this time around, I was like, I'm in it. I'm gonna go see what happens here. And so the only spot that I could fit was towards the end of the bins where there was a lot of the employees corralling people and pushing them back. You know, they wanted them to be back, so they had to keep telling them scoot back, get behind the line, you know, trying to make it an orderly thing. And eventually it was go time. So there were people running to get in there. I mean, it was crazy. Just arms full, running, zooming around, like getting in there. Get in there. Get it. At this point in time, I decided, like, okay, I'm not running up on that. I am gonna just keep on keeping on. Like, I'm not going to go fight that crowd. No, thank you. I did find these little Tupperware bowls. They were kind of cool. They were missing lids, but they were Tupperware brand, so they were cool. I definitely would have picked them up if they had the lids, but without the lids, I just didn't know what kind of value was there in them. These were mostly like toy bins that I was looking for at that point in time. So I found this OG bread basket, and I thought that was pretty cool. It was really neat, and it was going for quite a bit online. That's something I probably should have jumped on. It was a little bit on the large side to ship, so I ended up passing on it. This photo album that I found was really cute. It was by Ruth Mary Halleck, and it was an illustration of a child playing on the beach. It was a really neat little photo book. I love the illustration. I thought it was really cute. I ended up passing on it. It was only going for about $12 online, but it was a cute little find. And I think it had a few little stains on it, so I went ahead and passed. I did spot this globe, but it was actually, I picked it up for a second just to see. I've always wanted a globe, but it was damaged, so ultimately I passed on it. This was like a box of glass, little hexagon-like shaped glass. I did come across this little stainless steel elegant teapot. It goes for around $19 online. This one, it was sticky, if I'm honest. And so I just put it back like immediately. I couldn't get past that. I should have had gloves on, honestly, but it was sticky, so I put it back. This arrowhead picture, I went ahead and decided to take that. It did have a little bit of damage on the front, but I went ahead and decided to take a chance on that. There is just so many things in these bins. I mean, it is chaos. It's wild. There is a lot of things happening in these bins. I got excited at first because I thought that maybe there were going to be some vintage trays, but they were just plastic. It was really just like party entertaining ware. It was cheap, so I threw those back in. I found these really pretty saris that looked really good quality fabric. They were really nice. I mean, they just need a good cleaning, and they were great. There wasn't even stains or anything on them, but really pretty. It looked like there was like a whole bag of them. Next, I came across this North Carolina historical review. Those were going for about $20 to $24 online. They were this old sheet of music. I don't know if mine's worth anything. It's going to take some more effort and research. There was an old thermos. There was a bean bag. We just threw that on over, you know. Kept digging. So many toys. I think I even have that little Easter sign from Walmart at home. I have that little sign. I came across this picnic basket, and it was so cute, but it had a lot of damage. A little piece on the bottom of the basket was missing, as you can see, so I quickly threw that back. I did find this vintage tie. I found this little purse, but it was a really vinyl material, so I put that back. This is where I did find this piece of art made in Canada, and I went ahead and picked it up. I was intrigued by the mount that it had on it. Ugh, I accidentally picked up a toothbrush holder. I looked at the bottom and it said toothbrush holder. It did not look like a toothbrush holder when I initially saw it. Oh, why?
I will definitely be going back. The price point was amazing. I will go over my numbers at the end of the video. You will not believe how little I spent.
I just got back from the Goodwill Bins. I went to the location in Houston that is on Highway 6, the Goodwill G1 outlet store. It was quite the experience. There was a frenzy. It lived up to the hype. There was a lot of diving in to items. It was my first time going to the Goodwill Bins, and it was an experience, let me tell you. People are throwing elbows. It's getting crazy at the Goodwill Bins. Let me just tell you that. So I went ahead and brought my rollable bag from Target to the bins, and that was, I will say that was extremely helpful. This is the bag that I took. It has wheels, some straps that you can pull along. It's a really great bag. So glad I brought it. I don't think there were any carts. I got there, put this down there. I got there at about 8:30 in the morning, 8:40. It opens at 8, and the entire parking lot was full of people. I had to park all the way around the building on the other side because it was so packed. People were circling, looking for parking. They were parking in the field across the street. It was nuts, let me tell you. So the first item that I came across, let me see if I can get the other part to it. I don't typically pick up like a lot of cloth type items, but I did find, and this will probably be going on my shop, because Schoolhouse, and it was handcrafted by Deborah Beatty. And it was made in 1999, and it has a cute, very like 70s material on the back, and she did a nice job. This thing really held up. Deborah, good job to you. You did great on this. And it has a little spindle thing that goes in with a little schoolhouse. So good job on that, Deborah. That was item number 1. I also found these owl bookends that are hand carved, and check them out. Look at that. That is, let me make sure you can see it with my screen in the back. That is super cool. Vintage, I would say probably 70s or 80s bookends. So these were really a neat find. During the frenzy, I squeezed my hand in the little sea of people to try to see if I could come up with anything. So this was when they cycled out the bins and people are going nuts, and Goodwill employees are like wrangling people and making them stay back until they say go, and they are serious about it. Like, you cannot cross that line. They will line you back up and push you back out until you mind your manners. But I got these Christmas 1996 White House Historical Association with the authenticity card in there, these little ornaments. They were still in their original boxes. Those will be going on my vintage shop. I just kind of went for this. Not really sure what I'm going to do with it yet, but it's some old music, sheet music, and it looked cool, so I thought I'd try that out. I found this Onita Rogers NY 13421 silver plated Impress party set made in the US of A. Stand up so it doesn't get blocked. It is in its original wrapping, and I have not even opened it all the way yet. Let me see what this bad boy looks like. It has, this has never been opened. This spoon. I mean, that is cool. Look at that. It's very ornate and beautiful. Beautiful spoon. Looks like the tray has been opened. It says Rogers by Anita, USA. Very cool tray. That is a really nice set. I got a lot of stuff for, I'll tell you my total at the end actually. Let's save it for the end. Because I know we want to get excited about a total. I got a brass, there were actually 2 of these brass planners. 2 of the, and they had these little feet on them. And I was really hoping that the second one was gonna pan out, but it was missing a foot on the planter, so I left it behind. But super adorable planter, brass planter. This had a sticker on it, and I cannot make it, this had a sticker on the bottom of it, but I got this bowl. It's a nice stainless maybe bowl. I got this forged spoon handle. I mean, look at that. Somebody, excuse my nails, but look at that quality. Like, somebody forged that handle. Isn't that cool? So they took the end and then forged the rest. That's amazing. People are so talented. 2 Reader's Digest condensed books. One is from 1969 and one is from 1973, I think it says. 71. The White Dawn Lifeboat #2, The Sea of Grass, Because I Love Him, The Possession of John Delaney. And the other one is Miss 1000 Spring Blossoms, The Hurricane Years, The Wine and Music, On Reflection, The Black Ship. I mean, these are super cute, but I also got them because look at the bindings and the covers on these. Aren't they adorable? That would be so cute to decorate with. So I got those. This caught my eye, and let me tell you why. Because when I saw this in the bins, I saw the back of it at first, but I saw, look at this right here, the top of the frame. See that? Like, who hangs there? That is custom, man. Somebody hung that up. So the back of this says Sharp Shined Hawk, and it has a whole story on it. I'll post a photo of it, and it was Canadian carvings by Raymond in Ontario, Canada. These were super cute. 2 of them. I was so excited because I found one and then I kept digging a little bit near it and I found the other. So these little brass, were made in Taiwan, but these little brass candlesticks holders, what am I saying? Candle holders. I thought those were super duper cute. Really cute baskets. These could be used for a lot of different purposes, but aren't those cute? They are all really cute baskets. The next item I found is pretty cool. I'm thinking it's probably like an 80s find, 70s or 80s find, but it, as you can see, shape of an arrowhead. I was just kind of just walking past the clothes and this was sitting on top. And what I saw first was this, and it caught my eye with the gold. So I grabbed it, looked at it, and I found this tie. And it is Italian. I'll put it up on the screen. Okay, next I found this really cool easel. I kind of just got it as a little hobby I kind of got it just to experiment with it a little bit for displaying my vintage items. It was a nice little easel. So I think I'm gonna experiment with it a bit and see what I can do with it. Nice little fold up easel. That's the entirety of my Goodwill Bins haul. And so now I'm gonna go over how much I spent. So if you've never been to the bins before, what they do is you go through the checkout line and you put all of the clothes in a basket that you have first, which I really didn't get clothes. I did purchase, aside from all the objects that I showed you, I did purchase some waders for my son who fishes a lot, because waders are pricey, and there was a brand new pair with his size shoe, and so I went ahead and picked those bad boys up. They weigh that first, and you get a different weight. I'll put up the prices that I got a snapshot of. You'll weigh that first, and then they'll tell you how much it is, and then you'll put in your decor and harder objects in second, and they go ahead and weigh that. And so altogether for all of those items, I paid $35 and some change. And so the price point was great. The experience was an experience. It is a whole nother level of intensity in there. There is a lot of people will just get in your space to get in there and get what they came for. Somebody did say excuse me, and people were nice, but there's some people in there that mean business, and they're getting in there and they're getting what they came for. What I did is I let the people go, because a lot of the people there I could see were looking for clothing. So I let the masses get in there and dive in, and then I kind of went in. I gave it a few minutes for it to because literally if you give it 10 minutes, the people are going to clear and disperse, and then you can just get in there and look for what you came for. But you really gotta dig, and you really gotta look. I probably will be going back in the near future. I'm gonna try. There's several outlet stores in the Houston area, so I will be trying them, and I will post those as they come. If you're enjoying my content, please like and subscribe. It helps me to keep on going.